में हाँ
उस टाइम पे कंटेम्प्रेरी था वो थोड़ा सा
उसको छोड़ के आई एम देखिए कॉन्टेम्प्रेरी तो आपको उसी हिसाब से देना पड़ेगा। बाकी सारा डिस्कशन से समझ में आ रहा है ना। माई ऑब्जेक्टिव इज दैट यू शुड बी इन अ पोजिशन टू आंसर द क्वेश्चंस एक्सेप्ट द कॉन्टेम्प्रेरी इशूज, राइट। क्योंकि कॉन्टेम्प्रेरी इशूज तो वो चेंज होगा हर साल।
लेकिन कंटेम्परेरी इश्यूज में भी काफी हद तक ये बेसिक्स फिट हो जाएंगे ना।
हाँ, घुमा फिरा के आपको यही बात करनी है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ़ दे आर टॉकिंग अबाउट, जैसे लास्ट टाइम पे एक्चुअली हर साल इकोनॉमिक सर्वे का ना थीम होता है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल लास्ट टाइम दे टॉक्ड अबाउट 5 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी। अभी भी वो रिलेवेंट है आइडिया, लेकिन हाँ ये है कि उस वक्त अगर वो पूछता देन आपका आंसर कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट होता। अभी वो पूछ रहा है वो थोड़ा सा चेंज हो जाएगा आपको, लेकिन बट यू शुड हैव सर्टेन अंडरस्टैंडिंग, राइट। सो बेसिक चेंज नहीं होने वाले, राइट। फिगर्स या फिर गवर्नमेंट का आइडिया थोड़ा चेंज हो सकता है, बट वो कहीं ना कहीं आपको फिट इन करना पड़ेगा। दिस इज हाउ। सो ऑल दीज नोट्स आर अबाउट लाइक यू हैव टू फिट इन ऑल दीज थिंग्स एंड अगेन आई एम टेलिंग यू फर्स्ट हैव अ ब्रॉडर अंडरस्टैंडिंग, राइट, रादर देन कीपिंग थिंग्स इन साइलोस, राइट। कि ये एक्स को वाई से मत, ऐसा नहीं है। सारी चीज़ों को आप पहले एक दिन एक चीज़ पढ़ो, एक दिन एक चीज़ पढ़ो, देन एक दिन सबको मिला के पढ़ो, राइट। टॉकिंग अबाउट इकोनॉमी एक दिन एग्रीकल्चर, एक दिन इंफ्रा एंड तो इस तरीके से करके देन कंबाइन ऑल दोज थिंग्स, राइट। दैट मीन्स यू शुड हैव सर्टेन ब्रॉडर पर्सपेक्टिव इन योर माइंड, राइट। कुछ कॉन्सेप्ट्स फर्स्ट आई विल डिस्कस जो चल रहे हैं कॉन्सेप्ट, या फिर जो मतलब मेरी समझ में आया, जो मैंने सुना, तो दैट कैन बी आस्क्ड। लाइक वंस कॉन्सेप्ट इज दैट हेलीकॉप्टर मनी। ये आपके आई थिंक इट वॉज also raised by I think KCR, or KCR raised this idea. It's not new idea. This idea was basically raised in the previous economic surveys also, right? So what is difference between helicopter money and DBT? There are 3 or 4 things. For example, many times you might have heard dole outs, universal basic income, right? Universal basic, first we will discuss helicopter money. See, helicopter money is basically part of unconventional policy, unconventional monetary policy. Yes, you are directly giving dole outs to the people, and the precondition is that there is no obligation or the liability on the people to pay it back. This is basically helicopter money, and it's not a recurring sort of thing. It's one time, right? It's one time. So the argument against this idea is that people will again inflationary, right? Inflationary, but counter to this idea is that it will create demand in the economy, which is most requisite at this time, in the times of recession, right? तो ये अगेन इसमें वो वाली डिबेट आ जाएगी, डेट मोनेटाइजेशन वाली डिबेट। whether we should go for it or not, right? So going for it means that you are promoting the Keynesian theory, right? That input of liquidity in the market will create demand in the economy, and that's why it, in the long run, it will be beneficial for the whole economy. Like what has done, but again, the better counter is, rather than giving helicopter money, rather more focus should be on the schemes like NREGA. इससे तो अच्छा इसका है, right? Rather than giving money in this form, better to give money in this form, right? This is the idea of the helicopter money. Then UBI, universal basic income.
When you talk about NREGA, now government is talking about skill-based income.
See, that's an idea. Even Nitin Gadkari is very much proponent of that idea. That they are saying that, and they're improving it upon. Initially, what was happening that you were not using machines in Narega. They were only completely people were getting involved in that, but they have started including all those things. Secondly, what was happening that there was no focus on the quality of the products, right? It was only under dig the well and fill the well wala concept चल रहा था. Now what they have started that they are creating by collaborating Narega with different schemes. Especially what they are doing, they are promoting Narega with this agricultural schemes. Like they are creating water harvesting projects, right? वो बहुत काम चल रहा है इस वक्त. And they have also started to work on a sort of small capital formation type of things in the villages part. Especially वो उनका ना उस पर बहुत काम कर रहे हैं. They are वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग वाले पे, जैसे पानी के लिए जितना भी काम कर रहे हैं. हाँ, it has been associated with that. ठीक है. Universal basic income is basically they are saying that in a country like India, right, when where poverty, the people below poverty line are a quarter. तेंदुलकर कमेटी के बाद में तो कोई कमेटी आई नहीं है, right? But तेंदुलकर कमेटी was talking about that around 1/4 of the people are below poverty line, right? See, Rangarajan के बाद में तेंदुलकर कमेटी came, but after that, see, in the very first class I talked about that it's not on the radar of the government now, right? After Tendulkar committee, there is no such committee. Even go through the literature, they are saying that they have done away with those poverty line concept, right? Now they are saying that already we are having so much schemes, so based upon these schemes we are including and excluding the people on that basis only. Then why to create another line for the मेरे पास मैं already I am excluding and including the beneficiaries depending upon their capability. यानी पैसा है तो मैं include कर रहा हूँ. जब मेरा already जननी सुरक्षा योजना चल रहा है, right? I am facilitating the lady, right? I am providing monetary benefits to the lady when it is required for her, right? I am providing Atal Pension Yojana to the person who is after who is in the senior citizenship. Then why to create such poverty lines? Right? तो अभी एज ऑफ नाउ अभी ये इट्स सच कॉन्सेप्ट्स आर नॉट एग्जिस्टिंग. तेंदुलकर कमेटी के बाद में कोई कमेटी नहीं बना है, राइट? दिस इज तो गवर्नमेंट का ही आइडिया चल रहा है, तो लेट इट बी. 14 के बाद में इट्स ऑलमोस्ट 10 years, गोइंग टू बी 10 years. तो तब से कुछ हुआ ही नहीं है. तो व्हाट डज दैट मीन दैट गवर्नमेंट. सो कमिंग टू दिस आइडिया यूनिवर्सल बेसिक इनकम, दिस आइडिया आई थिंक वॉज propounded बाय कौशिक बसु, राइट? इसका जो मैंने बताया था आपको, अभिजीत बनर्जी ने इसका काफ़ी इसके बारे में बोला था. मैन इन दिस इलेक्शन, दिस जनरल इलेक्शन, राजीव गांधी टॉक्ड अबाउट दैट दे विल गिव समथिंग 72,000 रुपीज़. वो बोला था ना उन्होंने, राहुल गांधी ने, राइट? तो एंड ही सेड दैट आइडिया वाज बेसिकली गिवन बाय अभिजीत बनर्जी, द नोबेल रिसिपिएंट. तो उनका बाद में फिर इंटरव्यू वगैरह भी हुआ था आपस में. So the idea behind this is that everyone should have a certain amount of income, fixed income. This is the basic idea. And this income should be universal in the sense that no exclusion should be there. Why they are saying that it should be universal?
Sir, the cost of finding the beneficiaries will be reduced.
क्यों? Universal means that irrespective of your capacity, I am, for example, you are poor, right? You are under BPL.
Sir, but you'll have to identify me as BPL, right? So उसके लिए आपको खर्चा लगेगा.
अच्छा, और हाँ, ये भी एक आइडिया हो सकता है. What else?
It will increase the demand.
डिमांड तो आप यूनिवर्सल बोल ही रहे ना. दैट्स व्हाट आई एम आस्किंग, व्हाई यू आर मोर फोकसिंग ऑन यूनिवर्सलाइजिंग इट. सी द प्रॉब्लम विद द
There are
एग्जिस्ट,
so many schemes, so
वो सब खत्म कर देंगे
खत्म कर-
अभी. नाउ दे आर सेइंग दैट n number of schemes, no schemes,
you can cancel.
only single scheme, that is UBI, राइट? तो इसमें वो वाला डिबेट आएगा जो DCT का डिबेट कर रहे थे, डायरेक्ट कैश ट्रांसफर का, right? A person can be poor in terms of education, in terms of health, right? So he will be have better choices, and that money can be used for as per the choice of the person. it will be the benefit of UBI. So जितना भी स्कीम्स हैं वो सब खत्म हो जाएंगी. पहली चीज़ देखिए, इसका सबसे बड़ा यूनिवर्सल का सबसे बड़ा why they are promoting this universal basic income universally, because in the India when we are discussing PDS, we discusses two types of errors: exclusion, inclusion. Now you are removing all the schemes, right? And you will be having a single scheme. Now imagine if the person who is poor and is not included under UBI because of exclusion error. You have not included, for example, a beggar is in your Hyderabad, and because of n reasons he is not included in the UBI scheme. Then what will happen? Right, because you are removing all the schemes. This will be one single universal scheme, right? In other cases, for example, 10 schemes are going on, so a person might be covered under one or two schemes.
Can't they register if at all? That is the problem. Can't they register?
Can't they?
Can't they register when?
Talking about the beggar.
And number of reasons.
See, that is the positive part. What you are saying, we are understanding that. But I am talking about that. If, yesterday, what we discussed, that the this PDA, this ration card in Andhra is more than the population of Andhra, right? Despite that, people might be excluded. तो अगर एक आइडियल कंडीशन पे तो कोई दिक्कत, फिर तो अब जो स्कीम चल रही है वो भी मोर देन इनफ है. Are you getting my point? So this is an idea which was raised by the economic survey, nothing else. The government is not working on this idea. I am just discussing because might be a probability that UPSC can ask you. So you should be aware about all these dimensions, right? So then they are saying that what about why you are carrying the load of the people who are well off, right? That means if 70%, let 75% are above BPL, right? Then why you are taking load of these people? Now this economic survey is arguing that subsequently or with due course of time, the individuals who should not be the real beneficiary will come out of this either automatically, right? Or the government should motivate them to do that. तो बोलता है कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ अ पर्सन, मतलब UBI विल बी ट्रीटिंग मुकेश अंबानी इक्वलेंट टू अ पर्सन हु इज अंडर BPL, then they are arguing that how long he will take the benefit of UBI, right? But the person, every person who is above the BPL can't be compared to Mukesh Ambani, right? Do you know this, correlating this debate to recent income tax reforms? Recently what the government had did, they have taxed provident fund if you are depositing more than 2.5 lakhs, right, per year. पता है ना, provident fund तो पता होगा, right? If you are, that means you are depositing around 20.5 thousand rupees per month, then the income or the interest will be chargeable, right? They have come up with this idea. Do you know why this is being brought in? Why this idea is brought in? Because there is a single subscriber in EPF who is having more than 160 crores of rupees. 160 crore, imagine. And two people are having around 86 crores. This is single person, right? I am highlighting this issue because I want to know that that people are using the government facilities. And this person might be a private CEO. Nirmala Sitharaman was saying that people are there who are depositing 1 crore rupee per month in this PF account. Are you getting my point? Because everybody wants to avail the benefits of the government. That's it, right? तो जो मतलब what this economic survey is saying, तो उसमें आप you can talk about the human psyche, human behavior, right? If everybody, because everybody is talking, they are intelligent enough, and if it is so, if everybody is willing to give away on their own all these such facilities, then government might not be struggling for this subsidy issue in the like gas sector, right? जो आप डीबीटी दे रहे हैं वहाँ पे, कहाँ हर किसी ने अपने आप को, जब आपने उनको बोला कि भाई जितना इनकम से ऊपर अगर आपका होगा तभी यू विल नॉट बी प्रोवाइडेड सब्सिडी, यही कंडीशन है ना उसमें. इफ यू आर हैविंग सम सॉर्ट ऑफ इनकम, देन यू आर ऑटोमेटिकली यू विल नॉट बी प्रोवाइडेड द सब्सिडी, राइट? सो such ideas there, मतलब you can talk about such ideas can be implemented, right? For example, the best idea is you can 2021 is this population survey might be coming. 2021 हो गया है तो 22 23 का आ जाएगा. So it will be giving you more better idea about because now they are having some sort of economic survey type in that. Economic survey in the sense that they are talking about that what are the assets with you, राइट? तो अभी आपने देखा होगा कि जो अभी नई नई चीज़ें आ रही हैं उसमें दे आर एक्सक्लूडिंग द पीपल हु आर हैविंग स्कूटर्स. समझ रहे हैं आप? ये अभी आप देखते होंगे तो वो बोलते हैं उस स्कीम में द पर्सन विल नॉट बी इंक्लूडेड इफ ही इज हैविंग स्कूटर, इफ ही इज हैविंग हाउस, he will not be eligible for the benefits under XYZ scheme, right? So such weeding out or pre-qualification criteria can be brought in. इस तरीके से आप बात कर सकते हैं.
But these are implemented on central level, right? So what about the states?
नहीं, सेंटर देखिए, फर्स्ट थिंग इकोनॉमिक सर्वे मोस्टली टॉक्स अबाउट द स्कीम्स बर्डन बाय द सेंटर. सेंटर, स्टेट तो इंडिया में क्या है, स्टेट के पास पैसा ही नहीं है.
But they are rolling out many popular schemes more than the central.
See, that is, but if you want to understand this more better, I think 1 or 2 years before the economic survey came up with the health status of the state and the center, right? The health status of the states was far better than the center. अभी गड़बड़ा गया है, right? उसको पढ़ना, I give you the exact chapter name and in which economic survey, right? Fiscal string of state कुछ ऐसे करके था, उसमें they have highlighted all the this financial status of state and the center, and the financial health of the states were far better than the centers, right? Reason being that been argued that this even a common man is far better than the state. If you are willing to have loan, you can do it at your will, but state can't do that, right? Because constitutionally it is not allowed, though after this government they have come up with certain reforms and have allowed the state to take the loans. अभी उन्होंने चेंज किया है, अगर आपको पता होगा, आर्टिकल आप जो पढ़ते होंगे ना उसमें चेंज हुआ है, क्रॉस चेक इट इन पॉलिटी, राइट? देयर इज एन आर्टिकल विच disallows the state that you cannot borrow money without the permission of the center. ये एक्ट है, सॉरी आर्टिकल, राइट? Now it has been amended by this government, right? But still you need certain, because if you are going abroad, right, nobody recognizes you. You should have certain sovereign backing for that. That's why it is अगर आप सेंटर ने बोल दिया ठीक है तुम जाओ, लेकिन जाओगे कहाँ, right? Until and unless center is acknowledging that, is permitting you, you have to first center has to acknowledge that, because until and unless there is sovereign backing तो आपको मजा आएगा नहीं लेने में, right? तो that's why it is said that कि जो सेंटर का फाइनेंसेस है that is to an extent constrained, right? That's why अब जो आपने स्कीम बोला कि सेंटर और स्टेट के जो बीच में लड़ाई है वो वाली के फिस्कल, दैट्स वाई इट इज सेड दैट कि सेंटर इज नॉट विलिंग और इज गिविंग देम कंस्ट्रेंट्स, दे विल नॉट फॉलो द फिस्कल प्रूडेंस, राइट? जो ये डिबेट होता है ना कि फिस्कल वो स्टेट बोलता है कि फाइनेंस कमीशन में सारा हमको क्यों, वाई वी आर गेटिंग 42% 41%, राइट? दिस इज़ द डिबेट. वो बोलता है कि अगर सारी स्कीम ही मैंने इसको दे दी ना तो क्या करेंगे वो, व्हाट हैपेंड इन दिस तमिलनाडु, राइट? इन स्टेट लाइक तमिलनाडु दे आर डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिंग टेलीविजन्स, दे आर डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिंग साड़ीज, राइट? What is the logic behind that? Right? And if you talk about this UP, right? ठीक है, laptop उस time पे when it was distributed, there were arguments counter.
They are given, like, for students, they are given. That was
The laptops.
rolling out everything. Like,
fan, AC, TV, whatever.
हाँ, but what is the need of that TV? Right? There's no need of TV. Huh? हाँ, see, but prior to that, there are more things needed, right? In the context of UP, right? For example, when Mayawati was there, she denied to accept right to education because of no funds. And across UP, in Noida, you will see a lot of elephant statues, right? UP में उन्होंने लखनऊ में ना वो सुना होगा, that was very popular. She came up with parks across UP. नोएडा में जाएंगे, एक बहुत बड़ा पार्क है एट द बॉर्डर ऑफ नोएडा, दैट DND जहाँ से स्टार्ट होता है, दिल्ली नोएडा दैट हाईवे, तो वहाँ पे बहुत बड़ा पार्क है, राइट? इन दिस लखनऊ, दैट पार्क इज आई थिंक कन्वर्टेड इनटू मल्टी स्पेशलिटी हॉस्पिटल बाय अखिलेश गवर्नमेंट, राइट? सो दीज आर द थिंग्स दैट देयर इज ऑलवेज अ competition between competition नहीं, a confrontation between center and the state, that if I am allowing the state, या फिर मैं ज़्यादा उसको फंड दूंगा, क्योंकि वो क्या लड़ाई है कि वो बोलता है कि सेंटर की जो स्कीम्स होती हैं, सेंटर और स्टेट की जो स्कीम्स होती हैं, सेंटर स्कीम्स में वो बोलता है कि कंट्रोल में ही रखूंगा सेंटर, राइट? वो बोलता है फिस्कल स्ट्रिंग शुड बी विद मी, स्टेट ये बोलता है फेडरल डेमोक्रेसी है, मेरे को पैसा ले दो, तुम सारा GST का सारा ले लेते हो एंड यू आर गिविंग मी 42% ये %, राइट? तो वहाँ पे इशू यही है, द यूटिलाइजेशन ऑफ द रिसोर्सेज, हाउ दे यूजिंग दोज फाइनेंसेस, right? Because it has been observed that especially the states are controlled by the regional parties, and regional parties are having very limited view. मायावती को मतलब ही नहीं है, but she is concerned only about their votes and their vote bank is within UP only. Why Jayalalitha will be concerned about JNK? Why Mufti will be concerned about the state of Tamil Nadu? Right? That means they are having limited perspective view, right? And in this, national parties are always recognized having a macroscopic view, right? So this is a debate. Again, it's a debate. Then comes एक इकोनॉमी के ग्रोथ के लिए ना 5 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी अपन जो बात कर रहे थे, see last year economic service perhaps was talking about this idea 5 trillion economy.
we were going through the UBI, right?
UBI बस यही है, यूनिवर्सल बेसिक इनकम यही है और कुछ नहीं है, उसमें डिबेट है, आर्ग्यूमेंट काउंटर आर्ग्यूमेंट। मैंने आपको आइडिया इसलिए दिया कहीं फंस ना जाओ आप, इफ सच क्वेश्चन इज कमिंग आप फंस ना जाओ बस, इसके अलावा कुछ नहीं, उस पूरे चैप्टर में कुछ नहीं है, राइट? दे आर सिंपली टॉकिंग अबाउट यू आर क्लबिंग ऑल द स्कीम्स एंड रिप्लेसिंग इट विद UBI, दैट्स इट। सो आर्ग्यूमेंट काउंटर आर्ग्यूमेंट, फ़ायदा उसका वही है जो DCT का फ़ायदा है, जो हमने कल डिस्कस किया, दैट यू आर प्रोवाइडिंग चॉइसेस, राइट? सेकेंडली इट विल बी अ सिंगल स्कीम, गवर्नमेंट का एक्सपेंडिचर वो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव एक्सपेंसेस घट जाएंगे विद इन अ क्लिक, राइट? And universally that means there is no such exclusion inclusion error, right? Then with due course of time government can use all the preconditions, तो उसमें वो exclude कर सकती है। That's the idea behind UBI, nothing else। वो मैंने इसलिए किया क्योंकि ये टर्म्स क्या है ना, इफ़ यू आर, अगर कुछ आइडिया होता है तो आप लिख आते हैं, वहाँ पे फंस जाते हैं, तब ये फंसने वाली चीज़ें बता रहा हूँ मैं, ठीक है? Otherwise if these things might be discussed then I have taken it in details. Today I am taking all those topics which are you should know। मिनिमम ऑल्टरनेटिव टैक्स हो गया था ना, पता है ना? MAT नहीं पता, आई विल एक्सप्लेन। अभी मैंने कुछ बोला था, क्या डिस्कस, 5 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी। सी टॉकिंग अबाउट 5 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी, द आइडिया इज दिस इज बेसिकली नॉमिनल, राइट? दिस इज नॉमिनल, राइट? तो 2.8 अराउंड समथिंग, वी आर 2.8, तो इसमें थोड़ा सा टेक्निकली चलेंगे हम इसमें फॉर अंडरस्टैंडिंग। सो 2.8 एंड इवन नेक्स्ट टाइम दिस कमिंग ईयर, बिकॉज इट्स बेटर टू कंसिडर इट फॉर द नेक्स्ट ईयर, बिकॉज एट दैट टाइम वी आर 2.9 समथिंग, नॉट मोर देन दैट, राइट? सो वी विल बी 22-23, क्योंकि अभी ज़्यादा चेंज नहीं आ रहा है, ध्यान रखिएगा, अभी चेंज नहीं आ रहा है। तो 2.9 in 22-23 and the target was 25-26. वैसे 24-25 है target. Right, this is the target. Now see, you are having only 2 years, right? And this is, you have to go 5, 2.1 into 100 upon 2.9. This will be 2100 by 29, 174, 7203, 72, approx. You need approx 72% of growth, total growth. That means if you divide it into 2 years, 36% rate of growth, right, from the next year, right? Though it can be divided into 3 years, because starting from today 21 to 22, right? अगर आप ऐसे करेंगे तो भी आपको 24% चाहिए. And next year you are having what, 11? They are saying 11 na?
10 to 11.
No, 14. Next year it will be 14% rate of growth. That's only because of the base effect. This time base is very low na. That's why they are saying it is 14%, right? But if you have to reach 5 trillion economy, you have to grow at 24%. Technically ये है, ठीक है, इसमें कोई if and but नहीं है.
So base effect also doesn't change the nominal figures.
Base
They
effect,
show it in percentage, but on ground reality there will be no difference.
there will be no difference, but that's what I was taking this from 20 to 23, because effectively there is no change. ये जो फिगर चल रहा है ना 2.8 का, इट्स स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम 2020, तब से हम चल रहा है 2021, तभी से यही फिगर है. इट वाज अराउंड टू रीच 2020 to 25 इन 5 years. द ऑब्जेक्टिव वाज टू रीच 5 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी, राइट? दिस थिंग अपार्ट, उस टाइम पे 12% रेट ऑफ ग्रोथ आता था, ठीक है. 2020 में इट वाज, यू हैव टू ग्रो एट अराउंड 12% रेट ऑफ ग्रोथ पर ईयर. इन 5 years इट वाज अराउंड 60%, राइट? कमिंग टू द कोर आइडिया, that what should be the strategy? Because if you see that C plus I plus G plus, right, now this is consistently decreasing. Comparatively demand is decreasing, right? एंड इफ़ यू टॉक अबाउट दिस थिंग, जो भी चल रहा है उसमें तो आप इफेक्टिवली बोल सकते हैं. दूसरा एक इसमें एंगल और है, दैट इफ़ यू टॉक अबाउट लास्ट ईयर इकोनॉमिक सर्वे हैज़ एलेबोरेटली टॉक्ड अबाउट दिस आइडिया. दे आर सेइंग दैट देयर इज ट्रेड ऑफ बिटवीन कंजम्पशन एंड सेविंग. राइट, क्योंकि ये बढ़ेगा तो ये घटेगा, सिंपल. दूसरा अनदर आइडिया, डिबेट ऑफ कैपिटल इंटेंसिव एंड लेबर इंटेंसिव. This was very new idea highlighted by economic survey. That's what I am discussing this. You should know this idea. What they are saying that your consumption is increasing, right? And that's because your consumption is increasing, that's why your savings are decreasing. वो घटा है ना, पहले 30.5 आपका 34 तक पहुंच चुका है. Once upon it, मतलब 5-6 साल पहले. In 2018, I think it was around 34 and something, right? And but now it's around 29.5, 30 के आसपास मान के चलिए आप इसको, right? तो even when we are discussing savings class, तो in those classes we try to understand that savings are comparatively reducing with respect to the increase in the income of the people. वही जो आपका जो यूथ, जो अपर मिडिल क्लास जो आया है, ठीक है, प्रैक्टिकल बात है, वो सबको दिख रहा है, उसमें कोई कंजम्पशन बढ़ा है उसमें, राइट? तो नाउ दे आर सेइंग दैट इफ सेविंग्स आर डिक्रीजिंग, राइट, दैट मीन्स इन्वेस्टमेंट्स, राइट, इन दोनों का जो है एक्सपेंडिचर, ये मतलब इनका इन्वेस्टमेंट घटा है। दूसरा बोला या तो गवर्नमेंट भरे, गवर्नमेंट का फिस्कल डेफिसिट ऑलरेडी क्रॉस कर चुका है, राइट, इट्स अराउंड 10, so there is no scope. So what is left? This is only left. So you have to first focus on this part. Clear? इस डायरेक्ट फॉर्मूला है, राइट, बिकॉज ये स्पेशली ये तो आपका घट ही रहा है, उसके वाला जो हमारा, ठीक है, हाँ हमारा तो घट ही रहा है, ठीक है। दूसरा सेकेंड डिबेट इज ऑफ, तो इसका मतलब वी हैव टू इंक्रीज दिस पार्ट, ठीक है। व्हेन यू आर टॉकिंग दिस पार्ट, देन यू हैव टू टॉक अबाउट द स्ट्रेटेजी ऑफ दिस गवर्नमेंट, दैट इज आत्मनिर्भर भारत, ठीक है। वो इसमें सारी चीज़ें बात करोगे आप, एमएसएमई का जो उन्होंने किया है, राइट, दे आर टॉकिंग अबाउट प्रमोटिंग दैट मेक इन इंडिया, राइट, वो सारा इसमें बात करोगे आप थ्योरेटिकली, क्लियर। देन कैपिटल इंटेंसिव एंड लेबर इंटेंसिव, दिस इज अ वेरी prominent debate. This is a very prominent debate, and it was understood that capital intensive industries are is against the idea of the labor intensive industries, right? And it was, जब हम पढ़ रहे थे तो सारा हमने we have discussed when we were discussing about jobless growth, that one of the reason why we were having jobless growth, because the focus was on the growth was taking place in the services sector, and we were not focusing on the sectors which were giving more jobs, right? We employment elasticity जो हमने पढ़ा था, right? So when we saw that, and again 2016-17 economic survey states that 1 lakh, if you are investing 1 lakh, then maximum employment generation is in the sector of the textile, followed by leather, right? बोला था ना मैंने। तो now that means then debate comes whether we should continue with this strategy that is focusing on labor intensive, or we should focus on capital intensive, why capital intensive? To remain competitive in the age of globalization, यही है, राइट, क्योंकि आपको कैपिटल इंटेंसिव होना ही पड़ेगा। नाउ इसमें जो इकोनॉमिक सर्वे ने बात करी थी वो बोलता था कि सी द एग्जांपल ऑफ चाइना, चाइना हैज रिमेन्ड कैपिटल इंटेंसिव एंड डिस्पाइट दैट देयर लेबर जॉब जनरेशन इज वन ऑफ द मैक्सिमम। हाँ, that means again what you have to say, you have to talk about जो हमने पढ़ा था basic employability and employment mismatch, clear? So this is the idea of this debate, capital intensive versus labor intensive. That means there is no you should not be in a dilemma. There is no confrontation between these two ideas. Even if you are even if you are capital intensive, it can be labor intensive also, because ultimately you are creating the jobs. But you have to change your strategies. Clear?
Sir, how does it convert into employability versus employment? I mean, how labor intensive investment will obviously give more employment. But then that is also because it has lower employability criteria.
Then you see what I want to say, that for example, if you see that the jobs are coming in AI ML, ये है ना, why जो H1B visa ये US में problem है, why it is so? Because there all the jobs are being replaced by all these things, AI ML, right? So that means if you are making your people competent to for these skills, right? So that means the coming industry will take them, will hire them. The coming industry related to AI and ML will be hiring the people when those people will be employable, when they will have skills, right? So that means you have to you have to provide competency to the people so that they can be involved in the upcoming sectors. Are you getting my point? तो इसका मतलब ये है यहाँ पे इसके बीच में कहीं दिक्कत नहीं है, दिक्कत केवल ये है कि what is the status of your labor, what is the competency of your labor. So the labor which is existing as workforce should be, वो बोलते हैं ना एक टर्म आता है आपको, एक अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट होता है एक, तो जो इस तरीके की जब जॉब चेंज की वजह से होता है, द नेचर ऑफ जॉब की वजह से फ्रिक्शनल होता है, क्या होता है, नहीं स्ट्रक्चरल अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट. Structural unemployment is because of the change in the job pattern. For example, if a person was working with computers, right, now the job had started for AI ML और उसका कंप्यूटर वाला ही competency है, तो structural change, right. So what happens that you have to make them competent for this sort of job with a changing scenario. Next topic.
So would it cater to all the labor force section? Like we are having huge labor force.
No, see, that means if you are allowing certain labor force, वही जो हम agriculture में बात करते थे. For example, you are having 100 people as a labor force. Now what you did that you take out 60 people out of this, train them, and these people can be involved in the AI ML. Now here 40 will be left, right. At least 20 people will be required for the existing job also. जो चल रहा है वो खत्म नहीं होगा, धीमे धीमे कम होगा, right. But what is now, if you have not provided, if you have not removed these 60 people, there will be pressure of 100 people on this. Ultimately what will happen, they will remove. यही होगा ना. नेक्स्ट कॉन्सेप्ट इज ऑफ, हाँ ये इसमें WTO में, आर यू क्लियर विद द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ MFN? हाँ, नेशनल ट्रीटमेंट नहीं, हाँ डिफरेंस, एंड SNDT जो स्पेशल एंड डिफरेंशियल ट्रीटमेंट, ये टर्म्स कर लीजिए ना, ये प्री में आते हैं बहुत. मैं इसको ना रुकिए, मैं दोबारा से मैं थोड़ा सा ब्रीफ में आपको समझा दूंगा. आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू गिव यू डिक्टेशन ऑन ऑल दीज, राइट. ये आप लोग पढ़ लेना, मैं समझा दूंगा अच्छे से. लेकिन for example, initially that WTO is promoting the global trade, it is facilitating the global trade, first thing. Now what's happening that they are attempting to make world borderless, first thing. This is a country, then there are certain barriers which are restricting the trade, right. And the objective of the WTO is to reduce all these barriers. These barriers can be of two types. One is tariff, non-tariff. ठीक है. Non-tariff means वही जो आपका duties and all those things, right. Non-tariff means SPS, sanitary and phytosanitary, right. Sanitary and phytosanitary. This is SPS. This is basically non-tariff. Non-tariff बोले तो for example your Alfonso is denied by UK on the account that we were using more pesticides, or child labor was involved. Clear? That means SPS barriers are those barriers which are apart from the tariff, which are mainly about the hygiene, human rights, right. That means if they come to know that any industry, for example, if you are if you start exporting crackers, for example, to UK or any country, then they will say that you are using child labor. It is against the environment. Child labor, शिवकाशी में आपका child labor ही है वहाँ पे. जितना भी आपका वो बनता है पटाखा वो सारा वहाँ पे child labor यूज़ हो रहा है, right? And it is being highlighted across the world, right? So this is how these are sanitary and phytosanitary. Then comes, this is country A, this is country B, and this is country C, right? Now MFN status is saying most favored nation. First thing, the full form is most favored nation. The idea is, if B is imposing 10% of duty on any product from A, right, then it cannot impose 15% duty on the same product coming from C. What does it mean? That means this country B has to treat equally, right? It has to treat equally A and C if both A and C are WTO members. Clear? Is it clear? That means every nation is to be treated at par. That's it. You have to favor, that means most favored nation का मतलब है every nation is to be favored the most, right? You can't be partial while treating one nation to other.
We are telling about all the nations to be treated as one, then what is it?
Pakistan.
Most.
Most, we are using most because most is because you have to promote favoring for the trade purposes. That's why we are using the most. See, you have to see, it is a positive sense. Positive sense in the sense that you have to promote a particular state for what? For trade, right? That means if you are promoting C, you like C as most favored nation. That means you are promoting, you want to increase trade, favorable condition for the trade. That means you have also to treat A at par with the C, right? You are liking your equation with C is good, right? But ये कह रहा है कि ठीक है C के साथ में है लेकिन the same should be treated. उसको भी आपको उसी तरीके से treat करना है, right? That's why they are using MFN, most favored. Next is national treatment.
Regarding you saying like Pakistan, just about
See, पाकिस्तान का कॉन्सेप्ट थोड़ा सा ना हम लोगों ने उनको दे रखा था, उन्होंने नहीं दे रखा था. वो एक स्पेशल क्लॉजेज है, ठीक है, उसके चक्कर में नहीं पड़ना. वो स्पेशल क्लॉजेज है सारा. Coming to national treatment, देखिए national, try to understand the national treatment. I don't know about this region, but what happens in this North India, that whenever Diwali is coming, so there are messages on social media that boycott Chinese product, ठीक है. At that same time, people are saying that why Modi ji is saying, Modi ji is restricting the product at the border level, why they are allowing Chinese product to enter into the country. Then some people are saying they are coming with fake messages, that there is message from Modi ji that they have restricted that Chinese product will not be sold as a law, ठीक है. Is it possible? Why? Which WTO norm? This is actually national treatment. It says that this is the border, India, this is internal of India, this is China, for example. It is saying that if Mr. A of India is being treated by India at certain X conditions, right? Now, this Chinese product, if have once have entered the borders, यहाँ पे आपको जो करना है कर लीजिए, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, आपको ड्यूटी जो लगाना है, डंपिंग, एंटी डंपिंग, एड जो भी लगाना whatsoever, you can impose any duty until this point. Once it has entered your boundary, you have to treat it equal as you are treating this A. Simple. You have to give that product the national treatment, right? यहाँ पे आपका जो डीएम है वो ये नहीं कह सकता कि दिस इज चाइनीज, राइट, एंड दिस इज इंडियन. दे कैन नॉट हैव अ लॉ दैट डोंट. इट इज ओनली मॉरल. मॉरली इट इज द शॉपकीपर. इट्स हिज. वो चाहे नहीं खरीदे. Many during time of Diwali, many times it happens that local shopkeepers don't purchase this Chinese, right? That is their discretion. But as a matter of law, the government cannot come up with any rule in which there is provision that Chinese products will not be sold by the shopkeeper. That's it. This is national treatment.
So regarding the solar cells creation actually.
Solar.
So India has incentivized the local hubs within the India to create more solar cells,
Right.
But restricting the American product.
Correct.
So this is also come under the national treatment. So America is
No. What you are saying is that debate is different debate. We went to WTO in that case, right? And the debate is there are certain condition in Make in India which says that you have to purchase, I think, 20 to 30% as local produce, and especially from MSMEs. ये ना उसमें मेक इन इंडिया में यही बोलता है मेक इन इंडिया. नाउ द डिबेट इज स्पेशली सोलर पैनल, बिकॉज दैट इशू वॉज रेज्ड इन WTO. US went to WTO raising this issue. They are saying that you are promoting this, right, but at the cost of trade, right? And what they are saying that you cannot, वही वाली बात है ना, you are different, जो Mr. right, you are creating a difference. But what they are saying that this is first for the livelihood. Secondly, they are saying that we are imposing taxes, right, and that's why your product is become costlier, right? So we can't do anything. पहली चीज. दूसरा, talking about this again, they are saying it's a matter of policy and it's about promoting our industry. Yes, this when it has entered, right, but this policy is to an extent against the idea of the national treatment, because you are asking someone to purchase 20 to 30%, but first you have not asked them to purchase 100%. Still there is scope of 70%, right? Still there is scope of 70%.
Is it the India's argument?
It's the India's argument, right? बट वो शायद इंडिया उसमें हार गया था, शायद जाने इंडिया जीता था. दैट वो जाने चल रहा है अभी, वो ना काफ़ी पुराना है और वो स्टिल गोइंग ऑन. ठीक है. दिस द इशू रेज्ड बाय US in WTO, right? Even India is taking this aggressively right now. After this Atmanirbhar Bharat, this 2030 clause is being taken aggressively. That's why they have revised those MSME limits. Right, that's why to make them more competitive. ठीक है. Even if you see now what they are doing, that talking about this, they are portal, JAM portal. If you see that the initially what was happening, that people were going, they were tendering, right? Now they are saying that up to a particular limit, the government has come up with a JAM portal. And here you have to register with that. The government departments are purchasing products only from this portal, online portal, GEM portal, right? And mostly local producers or manufacturers are registered with this, right? तो ये क्या है ना, ये तरीके होते हैं, क्योंकि गवर्नमेंट को ना बैलेंस रखना है कि वो भी संभालना है, वो भी संभालना है. You can't outrightly reject the ideas of the WTO also. You have to have a middle path, right? Special and differential treatment तो मैं बताता हूँ. Next debate was about inflation. We have discussed the idea that inflation targeting concept is against the manufacturing. Is it clear? Inflation targeting कहाँ पढ़ा है आपने? In which class? DNA?
नहीं सर, दूसरे आपकी क्लास में एक बार आपने बताया था,
Like regarding
और
the
कॉमर्स में हुआ था,
किस में?
दो बार पढ़ा है सर. एक बार आपने पढ़ा था और दूसरे सर ने एक और बार पढ़ा था.
अच्छा, इकोनॉमी में ही. नाउ टेल मी दैट इन्फ्लेशन टारगेटिंग, एक्चुअली वो तो ठीक है, वो उसका बेसिक इट्स ओके. माय क्वेश्चन इज व्हाई इन्फ्लेशन टारगेटिंग इज डिट्रीमेंटल फॉर द ग्रोथ ऑफ द मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर. दैट्स इट. वो ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है मेंस के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से, और उस पर क्वेश्चन पेंडिंग है. जो मतलब इवन व्हाट्स हैपनिंग दैट दिस डिबेट जो अभी CPI वर्सेस WPI कराना है, उसमें भी यही चीज़ है. चलिए देखिए, समझिए इसको. इससे ना, इससे करते हैं अपन स्टार्ट, CPI वर्सेस WPI से, तब उस पर आ जाएंगे हम. इफ़ यू, इसमें ना फिगर्स हैं प्रॉपर. इफ़ यू सी द फिगर्स ऑफ दिस WPI एंड CPI, सो इन 2020 WPI is -1, 6.6, 6.6, sorry,
सर -0.
-0.1, right?
सर ये एनुअल.
हाँ जी. And if you, I don't know whether you are going through the news story or not, in some of the quarters it has gone beyond 1, -1 point something, 7 के आसपास था. And at that time your this inflation was around 5 to 6. Any reason?
Difference between WPI and CPI.
like during the pandemic, I stated like the items in the basket are different.
That is very important point.
Also during the pandemic, there was surge in the demand of the food products, and like, there was an inflation in the food
and then services के demand ज़्यादा थे,
हाँ.
whereas which are not counted in WPI.
So,
Okay, good point. ठीक है, और any other point?
People were consuming, but then there was no production. Relatively.
People were consuming, but there was no production. अच्छा, वो तो कुछ मेरी ज़्यादा समझ. देखिए, सिंपल चलते हैं, बेसिक. ये तो समझ में आ गया, गैप था. ऐसे ना फिगर्स आप इस टाइप के फिगर्स रखने चाहिए, क्योंकि व्हेन देयर इज क्वेश्चन, एनी सच क्वेश्चन, इन सब में अगर आप ये आपने डाल दिया ना कि 0.1 और 6.6, तो वो सब आपको फिर लिखने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, वो फैक्ट है आपके पास में. इस तरीके के फैक्ट आपको पता होने चाहिए, बस ज़्यादा फैक्टों की ज़रूरत नहीं है आपको. ठीक है. WPI you are calculating at wholesale, and this you are calculating at consumer. right? The first thing is composition. Wholesale food products are around 24 and it's around 50, 48 something, right? पहली चीज क्लियर है. And if you observe the nature of the inflation is centralized around food items. First thing, clear ये चीज. Secondly, दूसरा इसका एंगल ये है कि this it also talks you about this whole process. That means there are structural bottlenecks in the supply side. This is supply side ना. इंडिया में सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम वही है, right? That means this clearly depicts that there are supply side constraints. राइट वो सारा फिर इंफ्रा वो सब आप इसमें डाल दोगे. थर्ड, एक अनदर एंगल भी इसमें आप ले सकते हैं, टैक्स स्ट्रक्चर. कहीं ना कहीं इसका भी रोल है. जीएसटी के आने के बाद में कहीं ना कहीं इसका भी रोल है. स्ट्रक्चर, टैक्स स्ट्रक्चर भी कहीं ना कहीं आ रहा है सीन में, क्योंकि जितना भी जब हम डिस्कस कर रहे थे फार्म गेट से जब आप चले तो व्हाट इज डिफरेंस बिटवीन फार्म कॉस्ट एंड फैक्टर कॉस्ट एंड मार्केट कॉस्ट, राइट? बेस प्राइस जो होता था वो उसको जाके मार्केट कॉस्ट हो जाता था, राइट? तो दैट मीन्स ये भी कहीं ना कहीं एक फैक्टर है. एंड अब इसका एक और एनालिसिस में जाते हैं. ये क्लियर है ये वाला चीज? वन थिंग मोर इन दिस, that if you again visualize this WPI, don't you think that this minus 0.1 is telling a very bad story about the manufacturing sector in India, right? Actually, if you visualize the story behind this 0.1, it is showing the still inflation was being observed in 24%, that is food part. That means there was no inflation at all in the manufacturing part. देखिए आप ना इन सब चीज़ों से ही आपको अपनी बातों को जस्टिफाई करना है कि आपकी इकोनॉमी जा रही है, क्यों जा रही है, वो ये क्लियर बता रहा है आपको. तो WPI हैज़ बीन -0.1 and despite the fact that 24% portion of WPI is food and there was inflationary trend observed in the food part, that means non-food part was not growing at all. There was degrowth, deflation and hence degrowth.
Sir, both are calculated with different bodies.
This is one is labor ministry. अभी अच्छा ये पता होगा आपको कि it has become NSO. हाँ वो तो पता होगा.
One is under NSO and one is under
Yes, labor industry. This labor ministry, labor bureau. Actually, labor bureau. CPI is by labor bureau, and this is by NSO. Right. One demand is going on. एक चीज़, एक नया एंगल भी आप इसमें ऐड कर लीजिए. ठीक है, ये डिबेट यहीं तक है. इट इज़ टेलिंग यू अबाउट द सैड स्टेट ऑफ अफेयर्स ऑफ द मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर, दैट इज इंडस्ट्री. क्लियर? एक इसमें डिबेट और है that after this pandemic that there are certain points from which they are collecting the data, यही है ना. Now a demand is emerging, not demand but it is a fact that during this pandemic, and not only this pandemic but e-commerce is growing. Now you are not sourcing any data from the e-commerce site. जितना भी WPI, CPI जितना भी है ना, आप वहाँ से नहीं डेटा उठा रहे हैं कोई भी, राइट. सो वेन एवर यू आर डिस्कसिंग समथिंग लाइक दिस, और कभी इस तरीके का कोई क्वेश्चन आ जाए, राइट, तो ये आपको ध्यान रखना है that you have to you are supposed to incorporate the data from the e-commerce site. भाई आज की डेट में 50% ऑफ द सामान पीपल आर हैविंग फ्रॉम बिग बास्केट, ठीक है, ग्रोफर्स, और जो भी आपका ये इस तरीके की चीज़ें चल रही हैं. सो वाई यू आर नॉट वाई आर नॉट इनकॉर्पोरेटिंग द डेटा फ्रॉम दी साइट्स? दे आर अंडर द GST बट होलसेलर्स आर ऑल्सो अंडर द GST. वहाँ भी तो GST लगेगा जो भी लग रहा है. तो देखिए डेटा तो वहाँ से उठाना चाहिए, उसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम है आपको? वहाँ भी तो इन्फ्लेशन पार्ट आ रहा है ना. कहाँ उठा रहा है इस वक्त? I am not talking about GST. I am talking about whether that data is used for that CPI consideration. CPI and WPI जो उसका सोर्स पॉइंट है उसमें वो e-commerce साइट्स नहीं है. They are only targeting the मंडीज, जो ट्रेडिशनल उनकी मंडीज चल रही थी, या फिर जो उनके सोर्स पॉइंट्स हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल दे माइट हैव टेकन एनी पॉइंट इन दिस लोकेशन. हो सकता है यहाँ का कोई उन्होंने दुकान वाला देख रहा हो, दुकान वाला कोई पॉइंट हो, वहाँ से वो रेट लेते हों. दे आर सोर्सिंग द रेट फ्रॉम द पीपल. वो मतलब सोर्स रहते हैं उनके फिजिकल सोर्सेज. सो द आइडिया इज़ वाई दे आर नॉट कंसिडरिंग दिस e-commerce साइट्स. वहाँ से भी तो रेट आना चाहिए ना, कि वहाँ पोटैटो 2 महीने पहले कितना था, आज कितना है. बिकॉज द पीपल आर मोर एंड मोर टेकिंग मतलब परचेजिंग फ्रॉम दोज साइट्स. So they should be considered. It's an idea, right? And this is a valid idea, right? और क्या बचता है? हेलीकॉप्टर. No. This is done. Surround. When I was discussing that black money part, I have the concept of willful defaulter. Willful defaulter.
Even though there is a capacity to repay the loans.
ये तो एक ना जनरल है, लेकिन इट्स नॉट एक्चुअली. डेफिनेशन कुछ और है थोड़ी, और कुछ. द क्लासिक केसेस ऑफ विजय माल्या. यू कैन, ये मेरे को कल ही पता लगा, विजय माल्या इज फ्रॉम साउथ. ही इज फ्रॉम बैंगलोर. आई डोंट नो.
He owns the RCB team. He owns the breweries, the Kingfisher.
नहीं, that's what actually he is having. One of the breweries is in Ghaziabad. So I was having the impression that he is from North India itself. Just he is मतलब Brahmin of this region. Malyas are Brahmin in this region.
He's having airlines.
हाँ, वो तो मेरे को सब पता है.
And he's having a team.
Big mansion in Bangalore.
I knew all those things because in our region everybody knows Vijay Mallya. But first time yesterday I came to know that he is from this region only.
He's from Karnataka.
He is from Bangalore.
But not Telangana.
Not this.
हैं? Okay. नहीं, actually yesterday we were having discussion. So I was saying कि the people here are very this and that. बोले no sir, यहाँ बहुत बुरा हाल है.
Sir,
Even
not here, sir.
वो यार वही बात है. नहीं, he was telling about this region only. People about.
Here only small. Gale Janardhan. You know, Gale Janardhan.
नहीं, I don't know. Actually, I know 2 or 3 people here over here like Reddys. Then he told me that those Reddys are not from. They are not originally from Bangalore. They are from this state only. Reddys are from this state only. Right. Reddys are from this Telangana. Andhra. अच्छा. Right. चलिए. See, willful defaulter actually. What you are doing that you have done, you were carrying out a business. For example, your this Maल्या. Every business of Maल्या is not non in losses, right? Still, his business of breweries is doing good, right? तो ये क्या बोल रहा है कि इस बंदे ने क्या किया, जो लोन लिया वो एक्स बिजनेस के लिए लिया, बट व्हाट दीज पीपल डिड, these people channelize this money into another thing, right? And इसके लिए इन्होंने लोन लिया, it has become into the losses, right? तभी जो वो होगा ना S4A जो हम पढ़ रहे थे उसमें वो क्या बोल रहा है, RBI क्या बोल रहा है, वो ये बोल रहा है इस वाले बिजनेस को तो ख़त्म करना है, इस वाले बिजनेस को सरवाइव करना है, इस वाले बिजनेस को बेच देना है। यही तो बोल रहा था S4A में कि ये सर्वाइवल है इसका बिजनेस का, इसको तो आप बढ़ाओ और इसको जो है आप बेच दो। तो विलफुल डिफॉल्टर में क्या है, उसने पैसा इसके लिए दिया, इसको चैनलाइज कर दिया। तो जो अपन आप लोग बोल रहे हैं वो एक जनरल वो है कि उसको पैसा है लेकिन वो दे नहीं रहा है, एक्चुअली ही हैज चैनलाइज दिस मनी इनटू अनदर बिजनेस।
But according to Companies Act, it says that whichever, like whatever he gives as surety, that only will be, if at all, if he defaulted, so
that's the reason, that's the reason that they are having n number of business। अब किसको नहीं पता है कि ब्रूरीज भी माल्या का है और किंगफिशर भी माल्या का है,
but according
हाँ,
to
in the records, that's why it is willful defaulter, right? It is ultimately, see what happens, मैंने बताया ना आपको n number of companies are there, डायरेक्टर कौन है XYZ, just to avoid the taxes or to take the benefit of tax rebates, right? 10 कंपनियां क्यों बनाता है आदमी, वो इसलिए बनाता है कि जैसे जैसे वो टैक्स इम्प्लीकेशन से बचने के लिए।
but in the Companies Act itself, it is there a provision, right? So like, if at all, if a company goes bankrupt,
हाँ.
so only the properties of the company will be sold out, but not the individual property of the person.
नहीं, अभी तो वो कंपनीज एक्ट में नहीं है, बट यू नो दैट नाउ व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन नॉर्थ इंडिया, आई डोंट नो अबाउट साउथ इंडिया। रिसेंटली दिस केस ऑफ आम्रपाली बिल्डर्स,
Builders,
right? The personal properties of those builders have been have been controlled by Supreme Court, and they are selling them. Actually, what you are talking about are general rules, right? But things are not taking place according to general rules. In willful defaulter, what he is doing, he has transferred the इसका पैसा इसने इसमें transfer कर दिया. That's it.
Could you say about something about fugitive economic offence? Like, could you say something in detail about fugitive economic?
Fugitory
FECS. Fugitive economic default.
जो भाग जाते हैं,
Like, are there any other provisions to catch out of this sort of things?
नहीं उसमें देखिए the practical example is like you can talk to Interpol or you have to like what is happening in the case of Maल्या. It is more practical. उसमें तो आपको दिख रहा है ना fugitive को आप क्या करेंगे. Either you should have certain that bilateral treaty with the country.
But he's saying the same. So he's saying that you cannot sell my properties on an individual level, but you can sell my company if at all if you want.
See, that's the case na. If legally you can't do that, but there can be certain special provisions. That's why such special provisions. See, यार it's subject to the court. ये डिसीजन तो कोर्ट को ले रहा है ना, मतलब हु वी आर, जैसे आपने बोला कि कंपनीज एक्ट ये कह रहा है वो पता है, लेकिन वाई सुप्रीम कोर्ट इज इन्वोकिंग सच स्पेशल गाइडलाइंस, बिकॉज सिचुएशंस आर समथिंग कॉम्प्लेक्स।
That is the reason. So like, are there any changes in the if you like fugitive economic?
अच्छा वो नहीं, आई डोंट थिंक सो एंड आई एम नॉट अवेयर अबाउट दैट। आई एम गेटिंग योर पॉइंट, आई एम नॉट अवेयर अबाउट दैट एंड आई डोंट थिंक सो दैट इफ इट वॉज सो देन इट कुड हैव बीन टेकन प्लेस। नीरव मोदी भागा हुआ कहाँ उसकी प्रॉपर्टी, लेकिन धीमे धीमे कर रहे हैं ना, बिकॉज ऑफ द इंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ द कोर्ट। It is taking place in North India. That's what I am telling you. Amrapali is a group, and they have defaulted. Their properties are to be constructed by the Supreme Court under by NBCC under the guidelines of the Supreme Court. Right now, what they did, they asked them either to surrender or their properties will be confiscated. It has started. Next is विलफुल डिफॉल्ट की बात में अभी आपका वो रह रहा है फूड प्रोसेसिंग को मैं कराऊंगा देन वन नेशन वन राशन कार्ड वन नेशन वन राशन कार्ड ओहो any idea just left
Migrant people, migrant laborers.
हाँ
Ease of collecting the ration.
it started from Andhra itself right secondly it will promote like portability of the ration card right the issues are like when basically if you talk about the laborers they're on the move every time they are moving right and because of their movement they are not availing the facility of the ration card right that's why and again the issue of food security arises right and because this section of the society is the most vulnerable that's why they should have certain protection right so this one nation one ration card is an idea to first promote the migration right second to promote the food security amongst those people right so this is nothing but this is an idea itself NBFC the one thing more are you aware about the concept of debt monetization office
Debt monetization you explained but not debt monetization.
मैंने बताया था
आपने debt monetization के बारे में बोला था सर.
ओहो
Debt monetization.
DMA नहीं बताया था मैंने डेट मोनेटाइजेशन ऑफिस डेट मोनेटाइजेशन एजेंसी
Debt monetization से है.
समझा दिया यार डेट मोनेटाइजेशन मैंने
Office.
नहीं सॉरी डेट मैनेजमेंट ऑफिस नॉट मोनेटाइजेशन ऑफिस सॉरी एक्चुअली इतने वो होता गया ना वो उसमें इन 3-4 दिन से इतना इकोनॉमी चल रहा है ना कि वो कुछ भी डेट मैनेजमेंट एजेंसी और डेट मैनेजमेंट ऑफिस राइट एक्चुअली दिस डिबेट is a very old debate actually there was a commission FSLRC commission and that commission recommended n number of recommendations like they talked इसको पढ़ लेना आप लोग
Debt management agency.
हाँ डेट मैनेजमेंट एजेंसी कुछ उसको पब्लिक डेट मैनेजमेंट एजेंसी भी बोलते हैं PDM में भी बोलते हैं कुछ लिटरेचर उसको DMO भी बोलता है और कुछ उसको PDMO भी बोलता है
कुछ कमिटी नेम तो पता है
FSLRC फाइनेंशियल सेक्टर लेजिस्लेटिव रिफॉर्म्स कमीशन करके है एक्चुअली FSLRC was the objective was to come up with certain structural change in the fiscal space right not fiscal financial like they were talking about structural reforms in the institutions financial institutions right financial institutions means SEBI RBI हाँ ये IRDA ये जितना भी इस तरीके का है ठीक है prominently what this commission talked about they stated that there should be minimization of the agencies right every agency should be merged right and there should be only one or two agency एक तो RBI होना चाहिए बैंकिंग का संभाले उसके बाद में सारा मर्ज कर दो सेबी वेबी सब कुछ मर्ज कर दो राइट देन दे आर सेइंग दैट यू शुड हैव अ fiscal stability board of something FSB sort of thing Is it there or not? It is there, right? It is there. Fiscal stability, कुछ बोर्ड है, एजेंसी देख लेना आप लोग, right? It is there. The committee is saying that there should be an agency like fiscal stability. Actually, what happens that this this committee was set up in the purview of this global crisis 2008, right? Because at that time in G20 summit, such structure was brought in at the world level, fiscal stability development council करके, right? It was brought in at the G20 at the world level, and such structures should be replicated at the national levels, right? Because at the time of fiscal this crisis, 2008 crisis, it was argued that all the existing international agencies failed to speculate, failed to observe the situation, and that's why they could not foresee the coming recession in the economy worldwide. It was the failure of the IMF, right? Even this economic survey is very critical of sovereign credit agency about this. It is very critical. They are saying that what were you doing when there was recession, right? After the recession, you are downgrading all the countries' ratings, right? So what was your role?
The DMA system actually we are having. Like if we throw the complaint before itself on them, so even if the rate is down, so there will be no onus on us to prove that we are means it will be no onus on us, like ease of doing business if you go down. So there is no problem with it.
हम बोलेंगे कि हम नहीं मान रहे आपके रेटिंग.
Like if at all, if you first of all blame them, the procedure in which they are doing itself, so there will be no onus on them.
हाँ वही नहीं. If you see this the economic survey is saying that during the time of this, whenever they have downgraded us, हमारा सेंसेक्स बढ़ा है, राइट? हाँ, लेकिन वो फॉरेक्स कम हुआ, वो FDI वो बोलता है कम हुआ, लेकिन सेंसेक्स बढ़ता है, ठीक है? वो पूरा दिया, पता नहीं, ये देखिए इकोनॉमिक सर्वे ना, वो कुछ नहीं है, वो सब ग्लोरीफाइंग द गवर्नमेंट, नथिंग एल्स. कुछ चीज़ें हाँ होती है, वो अपने हिसाब से ही पॉइंट्स उठाते हैं, उन्हें जो प्रूफ करना होता है वो हैंस प्रूव करके वो वहाँ x इज इक्वल्स टू वाई और y इज इक्वल्स टू जेड करके उन्हें x इज इक्वल्स टू जेड करना है उन्हें, दैट्स इट. तो हाँ ठीक है, वो समझना ज़रूरी है. तो दे आर सेइंग दैट क्लब ऑल द रेगुलेटरी मैकेनिज्म्स एंड RBI को आप सेपरेट रखो, और RBI को बोल रहा है कि ना कुछ चीज़ों से अलग रखो. राइट नाउ व्हाट RBI इज डूइंग एवरीथिंग, राइट? सो कमिंग स्पेसिफिक, देन दे आर सेइंग दैट यू शुड हैव अ एजेंसी which will be having an eagle's view of the economy, right, at the macro level. उसका काम केवल ये होगा, वो ये देखेगा कि चल क्या रहा है, right? So whenever there is any tinkering with the economy, कुछ थोड़ा बहुत ऊंच नीच होगी तो they will highlight. But पता नहीं, कुछ होता तो है नहीं. Even issues are coming, बैंक कोलैप्स होता है तब लोग बेचारे परेशान होते हैं, वो पता नहीं कहाँ काउंसिल होती है, अभी तक तो कुछ है नहीं. Still the board is there, fiscal stability वो है, right? But I haven't gone through any of its highlight कि ये चीज़ होने वाली है, right? So पता नहीं, ठीक है, आप लोग समझ लेना है इसको. बट यार इट्स बाइंडिंग कुछ भी नहीं होता गवर्नमेंट पे. देयर इज नथिंग बाइंडिंग ऑन द गवर्नमेंट.
So they are creating the institutions.
That is the basic problem. That see, if you talk about committees, whatever is the recommendation of the committee, if the recommendation suits the government, then they're highlighting the committee and accepting them. Why you are implementing this idea? Because the committee has recommended us, right? If they don't like your recommendation, कोई मतलब ही नहीं है. तो वो तो खैर कोई मतलब नहीं है वो सब चीज़ों का, right? Coming to this part, debt management office. Actually, what happens that it was analyzed by this committee that RBI, the job of the, here we are only restricting ourselves with the relationship of the government to the RBI. That's it, not more than that. They are saying that they are regulating the monetary policy, and secondly they are also taking care of as a debt manager. right? Do you find any conflict of interest in this? There are three type of debt in India: internal, external. ठीक है, इंटरनल में दो तरीके का है, एक पब्लिक से, ठीक है, और दूसरा फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन से। पब्लिक बोले तो जो आपका ये स्मॉल नेशनल स्मॉल सेविंग फंड वगैरह टाइप की चीज़ें होती हैं, राइट। हियर देयर इज नो टू एन एक्सटेंट रोल ऑफ दिस आरबीआई। मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फाइनेंस इज डीलिंग विद दिस। जो भी रेट अराउंड्स होते हैं, इट्स ऑन द प्रीटेक्स्ट ऑफ द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फाइनेंस, राइट। दिस इज ऑल्सो नॉट अंडर द कंट्रोल ऑफ this Ministry of Finance. Oh, sorry, this is under the control of Ministry of Finance, right? But this is the major chunk. The major chunk of the borrowing by the government is controlled or regulated by this RBI. Clear? ये major chunk यही है। ये तो थोड़ा बहुत है, ज़्यादा नहीं है, right? Now, what they are saying, what the committee is arguing, they are saying that they are giving you one situation. They are saying that imagine that the government is planning to borrow. Now they are in need of money. Money needed by the government. Now they are saying that RBI is the regulator, they are controlling the monetary policy. They will come up with a monetary policy which will be expansionary. Natural सी बात है। Expansionary monetary policy means the money will be cheaper. When the money will be cheaper, that means this money, the government will borrow the money at this time. Are you getting this point?
Yes.
Because RBI is the regulator of the situation. Their policy can make money cheaper or dear, right? So in this situation, when the government is planning to borrow the money, the RBI came up with the expansionary monetary policy and money becomes cheaper, and this happens. Clear? Now they are saying that the impact of this will be the crowding out effect. Right.
Like government directly borrow the money from the RBI or maybe raise the
RBI काम कर रहा है बिहाफ पे। अगर गवर्नमेंट इज डायरेक्टली टेकिंग फ्रॉम द RBI, that is debt monetization. Right.
Like when taking from the money, making money cheaper, right? So commercial banks will be lending directly.
Yes, yes. This we are talking about. जो मैंने बताया ना आपको, जो इंटरनली जो लोन ले रहा है फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन से, दैट मीन्स बैंक्स. दिस हियर वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट बैंक्स. दिस इज कॉमन पाई. मैंने आपको पहले ही बताया, स्टार्टिंग में ये बताया क्राउड कि दिस इज कॉन्स्टेंट पाई in the economy. This is common to you, to the financial to the investors or to the government. ये common है. तो crowding out पता है ना, right? तो सिंपल सी बात यह है कि इस सिचुएशन में क्या हुआ, आप यू मेक एक्सपेंशनरी, गवर्नमेंट सारा पैसा ले गई. पहले ये लगभग इतना था, अब गवर्नमेंट हैज़ टेकन दिस थिंग, दिस होल पोर्शन इज टेकन बाय गवर्नमेंट. दिस इज ओनली लेफ्ट for private, right? So this is a negative argument against the RBI as a debt manager of government.
But RBI isn't doing anything. RBI is not doing anything. Commercial banks are lending it to the bank.
नहीं, ये तो RBI का रोल है.
But RBI is just facilitating the expansionary policy.
But RBI can do this.
But RBI directly is not lending the money to the government.
RBI is controlling that.
नहीं, ये that's what they are saying.
But it,
That's what they are saying. See, government is not directly taking the money. मतलब the process is, sorry, सरकार is taking the money, but RBI is carrying out all these things. RBI काम कर रही है सारा सरकार के बिहाफ पे. सरकार को कुछ नहीं पता कि क्या चल रहा है मार्केट में. It is actually a sort of investment banker of Sarkar. Right? It is an investment banker of Sarkar. Correct. So he is the debt manager of government. Along with it, it is regulator of the economy also. More specifically, monetary policy. इस एंगल को समझ गए ना कि when the यार सिंपल सी बात ये है ये
Isn't that a conflict of like?
वही तो मैंने बोला स्टार्टिंग में मैंने वही बोला है दिस द कॉन्फ्लिक्ट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट राइट they analyzed this issue and came up with the idea that this function should be divested of from the RBI. But actually, in the present scenario, this is more applicable. Right? जो अभी चल रहा है पैंडेमिक नहीं जो गवर्नमेंट का जो चल रहा है सिनेरियो इफ यू थिंक न्यूट्रली right that n number of directors deputy governors are resigning RBI. See when Urjit Patel came, when Raghuram Rajan was not given extension, then it was argued that Urjit Patel is पढ़ा होगा आप लोगों ने कि उसके रिलेटिव हैं वो अम्बानी के रिलेशन में हैं और गुजरात से आते हैं and he is very close to Modi and all those things, right? After that what happened that Patel साहब भी चले गए, right? He resigned. Then was argued कि सिन्हा शक्तिनाथ हाँ शक्तिकांत what सिन्हा right he is very close to this right तो in this देखिए होता क्या है इन सब में why these committees are analyzing all these exceptional angles because the person who is sitting over there ultimately it is being controlled by those people right जो गवर्नर है वही तो सारा कुछ डिसाइड कर रहा है so there might be a possibility that this person who is sitting over here क्योंकि द पर्सन कमिंग फ्रॉम गवर्नमेंट जो आप मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी कमेटी की भी बात कर रहे हैं आप राइट तो 3% आर कमिंग फ्रॉम देयर साइड राइट गवर्नर इज द चेयरमैन 4 आदमी ये हो गए 4 आदमी चाहिए आपको यू नीड ओनली 4% फॉर द कंसेंसस राइट तो इफ एंड गवर्नर नोज दैट कि इफ द साहब इज हैप्पी देन आई कैन बी मेक गवर्नर ऑफ एनी स्टेट उसको अपना पोस्ट रिटायरमेंट देखना है यही होता है right it's a practical thing right yeah forget about RBI governor CJI Gogoi he was a person who along with 3 his judges for the first time in the history did the press conference and despite that see the pressure on him see the level of pressure on that person that he ultimately crawled before the government चलो वो भी ठीक था ही जॉइंड राज्यसभा राइट सो दीज जो कमेटी जो एक्चुअली कमेटी में भी लोग ना सब पता होता है उनको दैट्स व्हाई दे आर डिस्कसिंग ऑल दीज नुएंसेस दे आर स्टडिंग द एक्सट्रीम्स राइट दीज आर नॉट द जनरल टाइम्स सो दे आर स्टडिंग दिस एंड दे आर सेइंग दैट इट इज कॉन्फ्लिक्ट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट राइट नाउ अगेन protecting the role of RBI, they are saying that history tells that it has not been done in the Indian context. RBI is a regulator. RBI is one of the organization or the regulator in the country which are known for their impeccable integrity. Right? Even if you talk about RBI, we haven't seen even the credit goes to RBI. Right? During the time of pandemic. More than pandemic during the time of 2008-9 recession, right? It was the stature of Raghuram Rajan, right? That we didn't went into the pandemic recession in 8-9, right? Even if you talk about this pandemic, the credit also goes to RBI, right? So when this they were analyzing this, because it was after 2008-9 when this it was set up, so they also analyzed that angle also, and they stated that RBI has done an impeccable job. They have done their job good, and till now they haven't done anything suspicious. Like, and again they are saying they are talking about that even if you come up with any debt management office, right? First thing दैट अच्छा फ़ायदे के लिए वो बोल रहा है कि स्टिल अभी क्या है कि आपका जो डेट है दैट इज़ डिवाइडेड अमंग 3 एजेंसीज, फाइनेंस मिनिस्ट्री और आपका उधर वो पोस्टल मिनिस्ट्री या जो भी है पीएसी में जा रहा है, पब्लिक अकाउंट्स का पैसा, वो पैसा जा रहा है, एंड थर्ड इज़ दिस, राइट, आरबीआई मैनेजिंग दिस। तो वो बोल रहा है कि एक यू विल बी हैविंग वन एजेंसी, देन इट विल बी बेटर मैनेजेबल, बेटर इंटीग्रेटेड, बट दे आर ऑल्सो सेइंग दैट आरबीआई इज हैविंग इट्स इंस्टीट्यूशनल मेमोरी, right? Then they are saying that will any agency whosoever is taking over this function from where they will go for the support? भाई वो डे टू डे में सपोर्ट, ऐसा तो है नहीं कि वो आए और वो कोई ऐसी मशीन होगी जिसमें उन्हें सारा, they will require certain things, right? And ultimately they have to depend upon the RBI. Then when ultimately they have to depend upon RBI, then why you are creating another agency, right? So they are saying that कि मतलब ये मैंने बैलेंस आपको बताया दोनों का जो आर्ग्यूमेंट है, बट एज ऑफ नाउ गवर्नमेंट इज साइलेंट ऑन दिस, राइट? अगेन दे आर सेइंग अनदर पॉइंट about the creation of the new agency. They are saying that the agency which will be created will actually be under the Ministry of Finance. भाई इंडिपेंडेंट थोड़ी होगी वो, it will be under the Ministry of Finance, and that agency there will be more conflict of interest in that case. Right now at least RBI is having the, it depends upon the spine of the person who is holding the post, right? और एंड में क्या होता है ना कि बिकॉज RBI बीइंग एन इंडिपेंडेंट, राइट, तो थोड़ा सा तो कहीं ना कहीं बंदा ना वो, जैसे उर्जित पटेल भाई रिजाइंड डिस्पाइट द फैक्ट दैट इनिशियली दे वर हैविंग गुड पीरियड विद द गवर्नमेंट, बट लेटर ऑन दिस रिजाइंड, ही रिजाइंड, राइट? तो कहीं ना कहीं जब आदमी रेगुलेटर हो, मतलब एक इंडिपेंडेंट रेगुलेटर होता है, देन दे आर हैविंग सर्टेन पावर्स, राइट? एंड व्हेन यू आर डायरेक्टली रिपोर्टिंग टू द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फाइनेंस, in this case RBI is not directly reporting, they are regulator, right? But in that case you will be reporting direct to the Ministry of Finance, then there is more conflict of interest in that case. That's their questioning, they are highlighting that issue, right? So this is the debate of debt management office. Clear? Any query? Next is there is one concept of generalized system of preference. वो कुछ है क्या इसमें? हाँ बस आ गया, टी ब्रेक लेते हैं, ठीक है, then we'll continue.
అదే